like I closely work with startups and entrepreneurs. So I really appreciate females coming forward and doing, like their own things, and talking to a female who is leading an advisory firm, who is managing family wealth for more than 80 family offices. So it's good to talk to you. So I would like to know from you a little bit about your journey. What has been the most maybe defining milestone in your journey? Being in this like the startup ecosystem, being somebody managing wealth. So how has been your journey, and what is the one defining milestone you would like to share with our audience? Why? Because we have a lot of females out there watching, females like you speaking, so it will be maybe motivational or helpful for them. If you need, you can take maybe a couple of minutes to just think of this.
I don't think I need a break for this, but definitely the answer is going to be a little longer because you have read me multiple questions, right? So, firstly, I started as a banker. So, with a banking background across retail, corporate, NRA, international service, forex, etc., that gave me a good understanding and a good pathway for a long-term journey in finance world, right? So I kind of dealt with people across all these banking verticals, because when you deal with a retail client, it's different. When you come to a corporate, it is different. Forex, it is different. International is different. So I got a good experience in my early years of career itself, dealing with multiple stakeholders, dealing with multiple types of client, profiles of client, right? That really shaped me as an all-rounder. And then from a banking background, I also made my process knowledge, that is my approach towards transactions, approach towards relationships, was not just a transactional but a deeper relationship approach, right? And all of this helped me to make me what I am today. And currently, in my current role or in our family office, the approach is purely long-term relationship. And when it comes to startup, another thing which helps when I deal with founders is, in the startup world, time is the most important thing, right? Everyone attributes time as the most important, precious resource for them. And sometimes the time can be a differentiator in terms of the value what you can create, right? That's an important asset for them. The decisions what you take in a not a fraction of a second, but at some time makes or breaks your outcome, right? So time is an extremely important factor, and I believe personally I've learned during my early years itself that the clients expect a quick turnaround. They expect you to be available when they need. Technical knowledge can be gained, but these are attributes which you'll have to develop over a period of time. And I'm thankful that during my initial years, I learned all of this from my mentors and leaders, right? So time is very important, and the startup ecosystem especially wants us to be quick in our turnaround, being agile, very dynamic. In the thought process also, come with your out-of-the-box thinking. If I have to just quote what is laid out in the rules and regulations in the framework, then they don't need me. They can even ask a chat GPT that will give you what is the rules, what is do's and do not, right? But what they expect from advisor like me is, how are you different? How are you giving that value or the advice which is not just from technical backgrounds but practical, pragmatic view of any action which they would want to be, taken or executed, right? That's the difference what as a family office we are expected to bring. Now, another aspect which we have not covered, maybe I can just add while I'm in this call, is we work a lot with the startups, entrepreneurs. Primarily, when they create the wealth, of course, we are there as a family office. But we also started a service called CFO Service, which started sometime in the year 2017. So, across these families, we also have many investments in startup, in private companies. So we realized that these companies where we have made investments, we were not getting the MIs regularly. There were companies where they were not able to give us the projections of their cash flows. So there were challenges. So we felt it is also important for us to help these startups So we started the CFO services vertical. So I thought I'll just help bring this point, because along with working with the families where they've already created wealth, we also work with the companies, with the startup entrepreneurs and the CFO and the startups to help them uh, with the financial planning uh, for MIS preparation, including investor pitch presentations. Because when I am on the family office side, I know exactly what my investors want, what my families need. So when I work with the startups, I also help them in pitch presentations. We are part of some of the investor deck presentations, and we also help the companies, the startups, with MIS, giving them an SOP if it is required, cash flow projections, budgeting, including payroll management. For certain families, we have certain companies, we also help them in payroll management, end-to-end finances. So if it is a startup with, say, up to 20 crore turnover, or if they have a Series A, B raised, then maybe it is too early to have a full-fledged CFO because it's a high-cost resource. They can choose to have a virtual CFO or a shared CFO from a firm like ours. And when you deal with a CFO from a family office background, obviously we come with an investor angle and the expertise of a CFO or a finance person. So that's just another point which I wanted to highlight here. And I think I just answered maybe partially to the earlier question. So as a women CEO, what I believe is also that women come with two powerful weapons, which is the empathy aspect, and number two is the foresight, right? So we have both of that required. So it's extremely important that women bring to the table is these two aspects which are important for family offices.
Thank you so much, Shripriya. It was really, enriching to hear you. And I really enjoyed the conversation. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks.